And to other stories. Nigerians have called on the President Muhammadu Buhari to do everything possible to ensure adequate security before, during and after the coming elections. To many Nigerians, especially the electorate, issue of security is one of the strongest factors to achieve free, fair and credible elections. Galaxy News correspondent Levy Joseph tells us more in this report.
Just over 110 hours to the much-anticipated presidential election, safety of lives of the electorate in and around the polling zones should be accorded utmost importance in order to allow the people to vote according to their personal conscience.
The fact that Naira is not available to Nigerians, banks are not dispensing cash, people can't find cash to transact business. It has resulted to violence across the states. Banks are being attacked, commercial banks, central banks, and a lot of riots are happening here and there. These are additional layers of problem to the already existing problem of insecurity.
We've all seen what has happened in the last week in terms of public unrest, and it's a very dangerous mix to have a scenario where there is public unrest, civil unrest, this close to elections. If the elections themselves are already potentially fractious, elections are always just one small incident away from serious significant security issues.
For safety of lives of the people that will come out to exercise their civic responsibilities during the election, government needs to reinforce security networking in and around all polling zones across the country.
Politicians are likely going to try to disrupt elections in areas that they are not likely going to get votes, and this is why I think that it is important that government does whatever it can to checkmate or to prevent any activity that will result to disruption of the elections.
In the event that the politicians insist on doing their normal, hanky-panky and mischief, I would suggest, even though some would say that this might not be constitutional per se, but I would suggest the deployment of the military as well. I think Nigerians are still afraid enough of soldiers.
Meanwhile, the electorate also were charged to be civil and abide by every rules and regulations guiding the electoral process of the country, and use this election to prove that Nigeria electorate have come of age and matured enough to understand the importance of their votes and shun any form of inducement.
I think Nigerians have suffered enough for them to be wise, for them to know the right thing to do, which is that they should come out and vote in accordance with their conscience. Vote who they believe will pull Nigeria out of the woods.
I think that the electorate need to be vigilant. They need to be obviously vigilant, and they need to be law-abiding. Don't do anything that is outside of what the law allows you to do, but be vigilant and stand to defend your vote. If we do this, I'm sure that the common good will win the day.